fun. But we were flames that fell in love. We burned the city's down, down. Fire went through the sun. You won't be lonely if you fall in love. Over and over again and again.
On Sunday, December 4th, Burl Ives again tells the exciting new story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on the General Electric Fantasy Hour. The date, Sunday, December 4th. Join Rudolph in a trip to the island of misfit toys. Meet Yukon Cornelius, the funniest prospector of the North.
Gadzooks! The boatload snow monster of the North strikes again!
Meet Santa's elves and hear 7 original Christmas songs. Burl sings,
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer.
it's a holly jolly Christmas special for the entire family. Don't miss Rudolph, Sunday, December 4th, in color on most of these stations.
Alright, welcome everybody. I hope you enjoyed that little original promo for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And I see Norbert has mentioned that he's never saw that trailer before. Yeah, I haven't either, or at least I don't think I have before, but yeah, I think, yeah, I just found it on YouTube while I was looking for clips to play for the stream, and yeah, it did claim that's from the original broadcast of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, all the way back in 1964. And okay, I'm gonna be welcoming everybody else. Yes, welcome Joseph, and yes, the Super Mario Bros. Movie is coming soon, and I did see the clips and teasers and trailers for it, and it does look pretty dope. And the animator, welcome. They're saying that they have a plus of Rudolph. That's sweet. And I know I have some stickers of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer myself. And Vincent, welcome. Hey yo, it's a day-o, Christmas time comes, and I come to say hello. Yes, hello Vincent. And Swappy makes edits. Yes, Christmas is a good holiday. But of course, for those who don't celebrate it, there's the alternative. The alternatives are include Hankai Kwanzaa, and those who celebrate will consider it to be good as well. And Brendan Barney, welcome. Yeah, probably that promo was clipped from one of the DVDs of Rudolph. Let's see. Oh, and Starfy and Starway, of course, I can't forget about you too. And Plus Blue, welcome. Yes, it's gonna be a soul time. Just gonna be catching up with you guys, your comments before I work on the drawing of Rudolph. Let's see. Yes, I see somebody point out that they are a fan of the Angry Beavers. Yes, Norbert is here, but not Daggett. Annoy Daggett. And he's saying that I actually have a little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer set that has a bunch of characters from the special, and the little button where you press it and Rudolph and Hermie say some dialogue from the special, and eventually they sing "We're a couple mischiefs." That sounds pretty cool. And let's see. And Brandon Barty's asking if I could offer to help with his animated shorts that he's working on for his channel. I will see if I'm not too busy, of course. I know my schedule is packed, but yeah, I will see Brendan. And see anything else I'm missing out on. If I prefer Rudolph or Frosty, I'm gonna go with Rudolph, but I do love the Rankin Bass version of Frosty as well. The original one from 1969 to be exact. The sequel done by Bill Melendez was not very memorable, aside from the fact that it's done by, well, the music is done by Mark Mothersbaugh, who did the music for Rugrats, with Babies in Toyland happens to be playing in the background as I speak. And of course there's also The Legend of Frosty the Snowman, which was written by As Told by Ginger creator Emily Kapnick, and has some of the same voice actors from there. But yeah, 1969 Rudolph, 1969 Frosty is the ish, but Rudolph I just like a bit more. Okay, so just to get things, just to amp up your anticipation some more, if you want me to start working on drawing now, just give me a Christmas tree emoji. Yeah, give me a Christmas tree emoji in the chat. Well, speaking of Christmas tree, Vince is asking if I'm familiar with the Christmas tree. Oh, you mean that cheap anime special there? I haven't seen it fully for myself, just reviews of it. And yes, it is pretty so bad it's good material. Especially with the animation quality and the voice acting. One of the kids sounds like an alien. Okay, yep. It's time to get started, and let me just put back on the music. Here we go. Let me know if the music in the background, you're able to hear it well. So yeah, here's a nice simple drawing of Rudolph that I've started off, since he is the winner of my poll for who I should draw for a little tribute to Jules Bass, the co-founder of Rankin Bass, who unfortunately passed away some time ago this year. At least either last month or a couple of months ago. Yeah, I believe it was in October he passed away. I knew with the holiday, from even before the holiday season came up, I have to do a drawing stream. Paying tribute to one of the grandfathers of animated holiday specials. Okay, so I got my queen up way already. And see, stabilization is good. Okay, let's see what else is here. The animators point out that I'm doing a good job replicating the Rudolph design from the original special. Thank you. Okay, plus Bruce saying that they could hear the music clearly. Great, that's what I want to hear. And if I heard of the Backyard Games, oh definitely, that's definitely one of my childhood jams. Watched it on Treehouse all the time. And I watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on Treehouse too. That's how I was first introduced to it. And a couple of other Rankin Bass specials, namely Santa Claus Is Come to Town, and also The Little Drummer Boy. That's honestly the most underrated special in my opinion. Not that I've seen too many of the Rankin Bass specials to begin with, but The Little Drummer Boy, it's a sweet tale that I don't see people bring up as much as Rudolph or Frosty or Santa, like the two main Santa specials. There's Santa Claus Has Come to Town, and then there's A Year Without Santa, which has the which has the heat miser and the ice guy too. And about Rudolph, speaking of channels from Course Entertainment, I remember in 2019, White TV aired Rudolph during Christmas Day, which is sounds normal enough, but then there's the fact that it was literally the only thing that they aired on the channel. I may be remembering falsely, or I might be remembering correctly, but yeah, they did air Rudolph all day long on Christmas 2009 on White TV. It's basically because you know, like, Christmas is a time for like spending that quality time with family, so there might not be, like, it's not really guaranteed to be a time where, yes, we're gonna be just sitting around the TV. Well, only what's it's done like a family occasion, like put on your favorite Christmas specials to watch, you know, like quality family and friend time. But yeah, Rudolph was the only thing that aired on White TV in Christmas 2009. It's pretty similar to how, you know, how on Cartoon Network for, I don't know how long they did it, but they used to have Thanksgiving marathons of nothing but the Iron Giant. Apparently because Ted Turner was a huge fan of that film. And I don't blame him. I'll rewatch that movie on Netflix soon. See if there's any comments I missed. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything I missed. Norbert is pointed out that female antlers, a female deer grow antlers too, yet only the male reindeer in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer have antlers. Guess Rankin and Bass didn't know. Oh, I didn't know that either. Anything else? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. And Norbert is saying that he remembers Santa Claus come to town on Treehouse 2, and he thinks that he also remembers another Rudolph special being 2D animated. I think you're talking about the movie Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie from 1998, which has nothing to do with the Rankin Bass special. It was produced by Good Times. Yeah, I remember watching that too. It had some Canadian voice talent, like Kathleen Barr as Rudolph himself, but also celebrity talent like Whoopi Goldberg playing the main villain, Stormella, and Bob Newhart is the polar bear in it. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but just today I was rewatching Fearless's review of it, as well as his review on a more direct sequel to the 1964 special called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the Island of Mischief Toys, which wasn't stop motion, it was CG animated, albeit very cheap CG. So yeah, go look up Norbert. It's called, the 2D animated Rudolph is called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie. I remember enjoying it as a kid, but I don't remember the last time I revisited it. But I don't really expect it to be like that excellent upon like rewatching. Let's see. Brendan's asking if I've seen A Little Curious. No, I haven't seen it yet. All I know is that it was produced by Curious Pictures. Who I know they did several shows like Codename Kids Next Door, which recently turned 20 years old, and also Sheep in the Big City, underrated gem. Probably have to rewatch its holiday special, but they don't call it Christmas, they call it Queerance Day, which is basically they take Boxing Day, which is the day for big sales at the store, but you know, treat it as if it were like ordinary old Christmas. And yeah, and Curious Pictures also did Craftsbox. No, it wasn't Craftsbox. I think it was Cup of Coffee that did Craftsbox. Sorry, but no, they did what else they did? They did Little Einsteins, which is another childhood nostalgic series, and they also did they pretty much did most of Mo Willems' cartoons during the 90s and 2000s. Which also includes the offbeats on Kablam and his cartoons for Sesame Street 2. But yeah, I haven't seen The Little Curious yet, Brandon. I only heard of it. Yeah, it might be good. Let's see. Fitz is asking, what's my opinion on Dexter versus Santa's Claus? I hear it's one of, if not the worst episode of the first 2 seasons of Dexter's Laboratory before like the last 2 seasons, like after Get It Tarkovsky left. I don't think I remember. I might have seen it myself, like by itself, like outside of reviews of it, but I don't know, like. It's kind of absurd. I don't know, just the scenes that I remember include like Dexter rapping about how it's really his parents who are bringing down the presents down the chimney and not Santa. And it's basically a plot where Dexter's trying to prove that Santa isn't real, but he is. Just going off my memory of what I've seen pretty much from reviews of it, but yeah, and the most notable thing about this Santa is how he only says ho 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 like he's a Pokemon or something, just saying those 3 little words. Just ho ho ho. Well, that is until, spoilers, the end, when Dexter messes up and he tries to cheer up the family by explaining the true meaning of Christmas, you know, kind of like what Linus was doing in A Charlie Brown Christmas. But Dee Dee's like, you blockhead, that's not what Christmas is all about. And then Santa comes in and saying that Christmas is all about the presents. Which of course is not the most inspiring message, but you know, it's must be taken too seriously. So, I don't know, I don't really have, otherwise I don't have an official opinion on it, on Dexter versus Santa's Claus, other than it being, I don't know, maybe not that bad. Let's see if there's anything else I have. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, and just to clarify to Norbert, I'm just gonna be working on this one drawing of Rudolph here. It's not gonna be a multi-character thing. But who knows? Maybe, just maybe, for an additional holiday stream, I might do the same thing as last time with I draw a request. Because remember, Christmas is the time about giving, so I might do a stream where I do free Christmas doodles. We'll just have to wait and see, of course. Let me see. Yes, in Frosty Returns, Frosty is voiced by John Goodman, and uh, the old lady in it, whose name I already forgot, she's voiced by Andrea Martin, who you may remember as what's her name, Miss Fowl, the teacher from Jimmy Neutron, and I saw a clip of her on Twitter just the other night, and I'm like, she even looks, the character in Frosty Returns, she even looks like Miss Fowl. She's got the similar glasses, similar head shape, and a similar voice too, of course. It's the same voice actress, but she doesn't make any weird bird sounds as she speaks, as far as I'm concerned. Let's see. Yes, Andrea Martin is the lecture lady from Elmo's World. That's who I best remember her as. Her appearances on voice in Elmo's World, and she appeared in the flesh on Sesame Street too as one the word fairy back in the early 90s. I remember watching her segments too. And aside her roles on Sesame Street, I remember Andrea Martin also voicing Miss Meanie in the Woody Woodpecker cartoon from the late 90s, which had Billy West as Woody Woodpecker himself. I remember watching that on white TV during around the early 2000s, and that was my introduction to that character, who is hardly utilized ever since. But most we got out of Woody Woodpecker after that cartoon was cancelled was the live-action movie where Woody is CGI and voiced by Eric Bauza, who recently won for his work on Looney Tunes cartoons at the Children's and Family Emmy Awards. Congratulations to him. And there's also some web cartoons starring Woody Woodpecker, with Eric Bauza voicing him there too, I believe. So, I know you guys already pretty much mentioned that some of you grew up with this classic Rankin Bass special here. So I just want to talk about an interesting fact about it. Oh yes, of course it is one of the first holiday animated specials made for TV. Preceding it was Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol, which I've seen and I respect it for being the first, and UPA has a charming animation style, but I don't know, it just that there were better Christmas specials that would follow it. It was fine. But another thing I want to talk about with classic Rudolph over here is how originally, with how it ended is, so the island of Misfit toys, the toys on the island, they were promised that they'll be given new owners and new homes, but in the original broadcast, the producers, for some reason, they just left that as a big old plot hole that was unresolved. Santa didn't come back for the island of Misfit toys, and I hear there was outrage about the writers forgetting about that. So, Rankin Bass was cool enough to go back and add that extra scene in which we do see Santa returning for the toys on that island and giving them new homes to kids who will appreciate them despite their defects. Swappy says that he heard Krosky Chupo in the background. Yeah, like I mentioned, I do have my Nicktoons Christmas DVD playing in the background, so yeah, that's why. Let's see. Ethan's asked if I heard of Bump in the Night. 'Twas the night before Bumpy. I haven't seen the Christmas episode of Bump in the Night yet, but I have seen the show itself. I binge-watched it a little on Tubi TV a couple of years ago, and it was a good, cute stop-motion series. It had some good Clay Mason and a great voice acting too from Jim Cummins as Mr. Bumpy, and also Rob Paulsen as the bull guy. I forgot his name. And is it Mr. Smuds? I can't forget. Oh yeah, the bull guy who Rob Paulsen voices. He's fun. And also Molly, the doll, who pretty much looks like a Frankenstein's monster, but a cute one. She's voiced by Gail Mattis, who I don't know too much about, but apparently she's a comedian who appeared on SNL and also was the voice of Sherry the Lone on Tiny Toon Adventures. Which reminds me, I'm sure you've heard the news that the Animaniacs revival that's on Hulu is apparently gonna be ending after its third season. I'm pretty of a mild fan of the reboot. I thought it was good, and it's well disappointing to hear. But then again, they did sign a contract for 2 seasons anyway, and pretty sure the third one was just an extra. So I enjoyed the Animaniacs revival, but I don't know if I'll miss it too much. But I am a little open-minded about the Tiny Toons revival, Tiny Toons University. Squissenton, yeah, that's his name. Thank you. Let's see. Brendan's asked if I've seen Arthur's Perfect Christmas. Oh, of course I have. I love that special. In fact, I rewatched it not too long ago, and I not only just rewatched it, but I also had the commentary from the Arthur fan podcast, what's it called? The Elwood City Limits, when they were added their commentary to the special, as I had the special play in another tab. Oh yeah, so Arthur's Perfect Christmas has been pretty much a staple for years. Right. Let's see if the little antlers, probably should be more even. I save my changes from now. Okay. Yes, I remember that song there. Tina the Talkin' Tabby. I'm not gonna bother sing it anymore or even repeat that line. Let's see. Okay, so more was done with inking Rudolph here, or to be more precise, cleaning him up. So I'm just gonna catch up with some comments before we take a intermission. Why weren't you at elf practice? Yeah, but that was a meme from at least 5 years ago, and I believe it's still relevant every Christmas season, and I have to make sure I include that in the thumbnail. Yep. Let's see. Okay, so let's just catch up with the comments here. Vincent is asking if how far I am in animated look back Muppets. I've seen all three parts of it so far. Yeah, all three parts of it. I can't wait for the fourth installment. Yeah, let's see what else. Oh, let's see what else there. Let's see. Starway is saying that this is giving them elf vibes. Yeah, and I know with elf, they were heavily inspired by Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer when it came to the stop motion in that movie. And I remember watching the Netflix documentary about it, how they were pretty much almost sued by Rankin because they were taking like too much inspiration from it. Like, it's not plagiarism, it's paying homage. There's a big difference. Let's see. Sees the mom on Bobby's World. Are you talking about Gail Mattis? Yeah. I think I pretty much forgot about that fact. But yeah, I did like the mom in Bobby's World. But that was a good show. And she had to be a Canadian too. I don't mean Gail, I mean Bobby's mom. Okay, let's see what else is here. And Norbert's mentioning that one Christmas special that he loves is The Star of Christmas from VeggieTales. And yeah, I did watch it a few years ago, and it was solid. And let's see what else. If I've seen Santa vs. the Snowman 3D, nope, I haven't seen it yet. I do know that it is from DNA Productions, aka the people behind Jimmy Neutron, and of course that famous three-eyed monkey. I'm Paul. Oh, also all of the other reindeer. The Christmas special based on a book. It was produced by Matt Groening. Produced by the Curiosity Company specifically, who also produced Futurama as well. That's another special on my rewatch list. It was pretty good. And plus Boo is mentioning congratulations to Eric Balzo for his win at the Emmys. Yes, well deserved. He really is like the new Mel Blanc, and I love his portrayals of Bugs and Daffy, and I feel like Marvin the Martian that he's been voicing since at least the Looney Tunes show in 2011 is particularly spot on. And the children's Emmy Awards in general, like there are quite a few moments. I haven't watched all of it, but I heard among the things that got me excited was, one, the Proud Family Wilder and Prouder got an Emmy, so of course I'm happy for Bruce W. Smith. And another thing, it was a big night for a certain voice actress that I'm in love with. She presented 4 of the Emmys, and she was nominated for Outstanding Voice alongside Eric Balza, and also Tom Kenny and Frank Welker were in the nominations as well. And this is actually the first time that Gray and Frank were nominated for Emmys. They didn't win, but it's okay. Again, Eric Balza, his talent is worthy of that. And another thing I want to mention is also there's a nice tribute to Bob and Louise from Sesame Street, who of course passed away this year. Bob, we was not too long ago and released earlier this year. Yes, we got Alan, who's been running Hooper's store since 1998, so that's almost 25 years, and Marty Robinson, who plays Telly and Snuffy among other Muppets. They gave some nice words of dedication to Bob and Bob McGrath and Emilio Delgado. Both of them are rest in peace, and also a really nice tribute there. Let's see what else is here. Let's see if there's anything else here. Quinton has mentioned that Rankin Bass maybe was the Marvel Cinematic Universe before Marvel Cinematic Universe was a thing. Yeah, that's true. Frosty and Rudolph have crossed over at least once. Yeah, that is a good point there. Let's see. Star Wars accent if I ever watched the Animaniacs and Tiny Toon Adventures Christmas special. No, I haven't seen the Tiny Toon special, but I have seen for Animaniacs Wacko's Wish. That was actually the first time that I saw really one of my earliest memories of Animaniacs in general, along with having a book where the Warner Brothers and the Warner sister go to a wax museum. Yep. And yes, Vincent, as Jim Henson once said about death, we all have to go, we all have a time to go, yes. If I ever seen Happy Tree Friends cross act, nope, I haven't. I haven't seen much of Happy Tree Friends in general. But I do remember that YouTube Copyright School episode for sure. Let's see. Okay, guys. I think it's about time we take a little break. Be right back.
If I live to be 1,000,000,002, I will never forget the year Goddard the 200-watt dog saved Nicholas. But we all know that story. What we don't know is the good stuff. What happened at the after party. It all started right here at Santa's workshop. Everybody was there. Yukon Chenelius, Winter Squidlock, the abominable starfish, even jolly old Saint Nick himself.
Ho, 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 ho. K to the R to the A to the B to the B to the Y.
The joint was jumping, the music was pumping, and the whole shindig was catered by Donner and Blitzen. So naturally, things started getting juicy. There was gossip.
I don't want to be an elf. I want to be a fry cook.
A fry cook? SpongeBob wants to be a fry cook.
SpongeBob wants to be a fry cook.
Who's SpongeBob? Tell me!
There was flirting.
There I was, sweet cheeks, cornered with the vicious and ferocious abominable starfish of the north.
And whoo, there were embarrassing photos. But somehow, through it all, they managed to remember the true meaning of the holiday season. To put aside our differences, join together, and all be blessed! From all of us to all of you. Happy!
Insert holiday choice here.
If I live to be 1,000,000,002, I will never forget the year Goddard the 200-watt dog saved Nicholas. But we all know that story. What we don't know is the good stuff. What happened at the after party. It all started right here at Santa's workshop. Everybody was there. Yukon Chenelius, Winter Squidlock, the abominable starfish, even jolly old Saint Nick himself.
Ho, 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 ho. A to the R to the A to the B to the B to the Y, that's Kirby.
The joint was
Okay, we are back. Oh, Fairy Princess Valentine's here. Welcome. Yes, you came at a pretty good time. How do you guys like my hat here? Very appropriate for not just Christmas, but also the fact that I'm doing a reindeer, right? Drawing a reindeer, I mean. And yes, that is the embarrassing picture from the secret box, that classic SpongeBob episode where Patrick has something in his box, and SpongeBob thinks it's something scandalous, but at least. Oh, the voice ID is off sync. Oh, it is. Hang on. That's probably just Streamlabs having some trouble. Let me see here. Or probably just my my YouTube Live dashboard. Sorry about that. If it's not too much of a distraction, then let me know. We could move on. And oh yes, happy almost birthday, Fairy Princess Valentine. Hope you have a good one. Let's see what else I missed. But yeah, going back to what you're talking about, Dorbert. Yes, that was indeed the infamous embarrassing Christmas photo of SpongeBob that Patrick had in his secret box. Or at least that's what Nickelodeon wants us to interpret in a pretty subtle way. Okay, let me put back on the music. But yeah, let's talk a bit more about that classic Nickmas bumper, since it is it's about 20 years old by now, and it is a tribute to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, because of course they're pretty much free templates for, at least in my mind, at the time that I'm speaking right now, like, there's 3 types of templates for Christmas special to a parody and animation. 1 is you do a parody of a Charlie Brown Christmas. 2, you do a parody of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And 3, just do a parody of any of Rankin Bass's specials, preferably Rudolph and Frosty the Snowman. And Nickelodeon did do a Frosty the Snowman parody called Patrick the Snowman, which is of course even funnier when you realize that Patrick's voice actor, Bill Fagerbakke, was able to be the voice of Frosty himself in The Legend of Frosty the Snowman. Oh, and we got Nigel Sorberry filled in the role of Jimmy Durante as the narrator. That was awesome. Both iconic and big-nosed guys. Hang on. Merry Christmas, SpongeBob. Yes. Let's see. Okay, is plus. I think in case I didn't mention it already, Possible points out that my hat is cool. Thank you. But yeah, I remember the first time I saw like those specials, those Nicktoons specials, was around 2014, and they were really good parodies of the classic holiday animated specials, and the ones that I just mentioned. Like there's one parody in A Charlie Brown Christmas, which featured the Rugrats. It was called A Chucky Finster Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Winter Solstice. Trying to throw in all of those holidays in. And there's also one parody in The Grinch, where Angelica fills in the role of the Grinch, because of course. And the ones I mentioned already, Patrick the Snowman, and the Rudolph special here. Like, it was... there might be somewhere on the internet that mentioned who did the stop motion on those bumpers, but they did a really good job of replicating that Rankin Bass style, even though not all of the Nicktoon characters translate the best in 3D, to be exact. But, I don't know, it's just charming overall. I also love how, of all people, Rosie O'Donnell was in the role of the Burl Ives snowman, because she was still relevant at that time. Unlike Burl Ives, like I only know about Burl Ives because of Rudolph, and also Ren and Stimpy because Stinky Whistleteeth, who sang the famous Happy Happy Joy Joy song. He's based off of Burl Ives, and Stinky Whistleteeth is also one of the main subjects of Ren and Stimpy's own holiday special, Scooter for Yaxmas, which is as good as the other Christmas episode, Son of Stimpy. Even though in the case of that episode, Christmas was pretty much a last-minute addition to the plot. Hang on. Yeah, I'm just wondering, let me know if the sound is okay, if it's not too off sync. If it's still off sync, I will try and fix it and redo it. To make this thinner, this leg here thinner here. Yeah, okay, so now we're pointing out that it is off sync still. Yeah, I'm gonna try and fix it.
If I live to be 1,000,000,002, I...
was the day before Christmas, and all through the hills the reindeer were playing, enjoying the spills of skating and coasting and climbing the willows and hopscotch and leapfrog, protected by pillows.
Look, fellas, it's Rudolph. His nose is a sight. It's red as a beet.
Twice as big and twice as bright.
Looky, looky, I'm Rudolph.
Poor Rudolph. Where most reindeers' noses are brownish and tiny, Rudolph's was red, very large, and quite shiny.
Rudolph! Go on home, Red-Nose. Your mama's calling you.
Come, come, Rudolph. Tonight you hang up your stocking. His nose is a sight. It's red as a beet.
Twice as big and twice as bright.
While way, way up north on this dark, foggy night, awaiting the time for his Christmas Eve flight, good old Santa.
This fog will be hard to get through. Quick, get hitched in a hurry. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donna, Blesser. Hi-ho! To keep our direction, we'll have to fly low. Come down here, quick! Hi-ho! Phew, pretty close. Hi-ho!
The air was still foggy, the night dark and drear, when Santa arrived at the home of the deer. But all this took time and filled Santa with gloom, while slowly he groped toward the next reindeer's room. The lamp wasn't burning. The glow came instead from Rudolph's red nose at the head of the bed. And then came the greatest idea in all history. So Rudolph is told of the dark and delay, the fog and the blackness and losing the way.
I need you tonight to lead all my deer on the rest of our flight.
Dear Mommy and Dad, I have gone to help Santa. Don't worry. Rudolph, that's me.
Hurry, Rudolph. It's very dark here.
With Rudolph Rudolph's red nose as a wonderful light, old Santa flew quickly the rest of the night. So fast that before it was day, the very last present was given away.
Hear ye, a message from Rudolph.
Yes, they'd found Rudolph's message. It's all over town.
Hear ye, Rudolph at the stadium. Come on, come on.
The bad deer who used to do nothing but tease him? Well, now they'd do anything only to please him.
Rudolph, my boy, they'll envy you now, far and near. For no greater honor can come to a deer than riding with Santa and guiding my sleigh. The #1 job on the #1 day. I hope you'll continue to keep us from grief. I hereby appoint you Commander-in-Chief.
And Rudolph just blushed from his head to his toes until his whole fur was as red as his nose.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Alrighty then. Oh, hang on. Yeah, guys, thank you for your understanding regarding the out-of-sync audio. And look, here's Smiley Comforts here saying happy holidays. Yes, happy early holidays, everyone. It's actually gonna be a Hanukkah in about 3 days from now, I believe. Let's see. Norbert is accent. Oh, okay. So yeah. So basically, what I did, I don't know, so I just did some fixing on this activating and then deactivating on my Streamlabs dashboard, and that might have been what fixed it. I'm glad to hear that's not out of sync anymore. Thank you for pointing that out, Norbert and Plus Blue and Vincent. And Norbert, you asked, have I seen Beauty and the Beast: The Enchanted Christmas? Yes, I have. Okay, just put back on music. Oh yeah, I've definitely seen that movie, The Enchanted Christmas. Also, I think it's among the definitely one of the better direct-to-video sequels, honestly. And it's from a fun fact about Beauty and the Beast and the Enchanted Christmas. It's directed by the same guy who created Ned's Newt, which is, in case you don't remember, it's a pretty underrated show from Nelvana and Teletoon about a boy who has a pet newt, who when he feeds the newt special newt food, he turns to a big old ripoff of the genie from Aladdin. But it was still a good show. And even the designs of the cupids, the green outline cupids from the villain song, in The Enchanted Christmas by Forte, voiced by the one and only Tim Curry, so he's definitely one of the highlights. But yeah, those Cupids was, it did remind me of the main character of Ned's Newt, Ned Frumpkin, like the similar beady-eyed, childlike look. Yeah, and that's like a good reminder of the fact that, yeah, the creator of Ned's Newt is the director of this Beauty and the Beast sequel. Okay, let's go back to Curran. Oh, selected the wrong layer. Let's see if there's anything else I missed. But yeah, Rudolph even looked Bambi-like. So that cartoon that I played, it's a public domain adaptation of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer that was produced by Max Fleischer, but it wasn't at his own studio or rather, it's not at Fleischer Studios where he made Popeye and Betty Boop. It's actually, because this was after he and his brother were kicked out of Paramount. I don't know, like something about a feud between them, and I don't know, just not being good with deadlines. I don't really know the full story, but yeah, this was after Max and Dave Fleischer were not doing any more cartoons for Paramount, and the Paramount animation was moved over to their own studio, Famous Studios. So at that point, in 1948, Max Fleischer, he pretty much independently did this Rudolph cartoon, and yeah, I saw. This was pretty much my first time seeing it because, you know, just want to throw in some extra Rudolph content. Even if it's not the Rankin Bass one, it's still about a famous reindeer, a red-nosed reindeer. Yeah, it's a pretty decent Rudolph adaptation. It's an adaptation of the book, apparently, and it's even more faithful than the Rankin Bass special, from what I heard in the description of the upload that I got the cartoon from. Let's see. And Rick is asking thoughts on Duncanville. I've only seen maybe one episode of it, and that was from the third season, by the way, so didn't bother watching it in, well, then again, I didn't really have access to, like, earlier seasons anyway, but yeah, I only saw, like, one episode of it, and it was, okay, it didn't really leave that much of an impact on me. Maybe, just maybe, one of these days, I would give Duncanville the appreciation it apparently deserves. It's the second cartoon created by and starring Amy Poehler after The Mighty Bee. Of course, this one's for adults and not kids. Oh, and another thing about that Rudolph cartoon from Max Fleischer that I played, apparently I heard that in a Disney sing-along video, a Christmas themed one, they actually used footage of that Fleischer Rudolph in it when they were singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I heard about this on TV Tropes, on the trope about all animation being Disney, which is of course about the misconception that certain animation, at least with a style, is Disney when they actually aren't. But yeah, that Fleischer cartoon made its way to a Disney thing, which is amazing considering if you know the history, like the rivalry between Disney and Fleischer. Even though Disney himself, Walt Disney, was pretty much humble enough to mention Max Fleischer's efforts in pioneering American animation in one episode of the Disneyland anthology series in the 50s. And the Max Fleischer Rudolph is in the public domain, so that's why how they were able to get away with it, with using it there. Let's see. Yes, it was. Yep, that was the Fairy Odd Parents Christmas episode, Christmas Every Day, just fizzing off in the background. Let's hang on a moment. Just had to switch some gears over there. Okay. So, speaking of Fairy Odd Parents and like Nicktoons, yeah, going back to the Nickmas special that I played, yeah, I really love that, I really love the Rudolph parody there, with Goddard from Jimmy Neutron in the role of Rudolph himself, and also SpongeBob filling in the role of Herbie Elf. He doesn't want to build toys as a regular elf. He wants to be a fry cook. And then people are questioning it, and then Invader Zim is like, "Who's SpongeBob? Tell me!" I love that. But there are some awkward moments that I want to acknowledge for that bumper there. Well, one, we have the Crimson Chin, who's flirting with Debbie from the Wild Strawberries, which is fine and all, but you know, to quote Dr. Doofenshmirtz, say 16! And there's also a scene where Plankton is trying to kiss Helga under the mistletoe, and for some reason, as somebody pointed out on Twitter, for some reason somebody at Nickelodeon wants to ship Plankton with Helga, forgetting that 1, Helga's in 4th grade, and 2, Plankton is married, a grown man married to a computer, so yeah, that's just how to indulge that awareness, awkwardness there. But aside from those weird aspects, yeah, those Nickmas bumpers were definitely are definitely classics for those who grew up with them. And I've only been a fan of them since at least 2014. Let's see. Let's see. Fairy Princess Valentine is pointing out her burnout, well, because of her studies and creativity and catching up with movies and shows. It's okay. I hope you recover from the burnout and hopefully maybe not be like too affected by it. You know, just keep yourself strong, Fairy Princess Valentine. Let's see. And yes, the Fairy Odd Parents was distributed by Nelvana in Canada, specifically the first 5-ish seasons of the show, and by then, and those are of course the best seasons of the show. And so with that being said, the Fairy Odd Parents is technically my favorite show from Nelvana, technically speaking, although it's not really produced by them. As far as shows produced by them go, well, there's several childhood classics I could go on about that I used to watch on Treehouse, but as for shows that I love, like Tuesday right there, 8 more, these older kids or general audience, just name a few, there's Wayside, which has a funny Christmas special, which is more or less a parody of A Christmas Carol in its own unique Wayside way. And then there's Braceface 2, which also has its Christmas episode there. And at one point, Sharon's widow brother, I think his name is Joss, yeah, he finds out that their family is 50% Jewish, which is 25% more than Ginger finding out in the As Told by Ginger holiday special. So there's a little bit of Hanukkah mentioned in the Braceface holiday special as well, though not to the same extent as the Ginger one. Oh, and of course, Flying Rhino Junior High, I absolutely love its Christmas episode as well. It's Tuesday, my favorite episode, actually. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, let's hope that your burnout does end before the New Year Fairy Princess Valentine. We have here. And yes, Pelswick was on Nick on CBS, along with As Told by Ginger and some other Nicktoons as well, that had to fit in the educational guidelines to air like on Saturday mornings there that the FCC mandated. So no SpongeBob, no Fairy Odd Parents, just the more slice of life Nicktoons that were allowed to air, which wasn't too bad of a choice. Yes, both Warner Brothers and Disney are gonna be turning 100 years old, and for sure, I sure like for Disney, I might be doing a anniversary doodle video for them. Of course, once I get 30 more Cartoon Network doodles done. I know you guys have been waiting for it just that my schedule has been a little bit hectic, but I will get 30 more network doodles as soon as I can. But for the Disney idea, I don't think I might do 100 Disney doodles. Maybe just focus on the animated canon of films from Walt Disney Animation Studios. Who knows? Probably to make his hooves a lighter color. Let's see, there's anything else. Let's see, there's anything else here that I missed. Let's see. Yeah, going back to the Nickmas specials, the Angelica as the Grinch parody of Vincent's bringing up the points where Angelica is kicking Plankton to bed. And of course, Plankton is filling in the role of widow Susie Woo, who, no, not Susie, Cindy Woo. Cindy Woo, who is played by Plankton in this parody. And another thing is, unlike in The Grinch, in which he words that Christmas perhaps means a little bit more than the gifts, Angelica just keeps all the treats for herself. Pretty simple, but pretty simple subversion, but a pretty simple way to subvert things, but it is in character with Angelica. Do some shading. But first, let me save my changes. I'm glad that you guys are liking this Rudolph drawing so far. But as I often do, if there's any additional fancy touches that I'm like to add after I stream, I will do that like after the stream and post the drawing once I'm done. Just compare the shading on the original to my choice. I see. With all Star Wars randomly say, Shock Zone sucks. well, my own opinion on Chocolate Zone, to be honest, it has a catchy theme song, and that's mostly what I remember about it, but I don't really remember, like, episodes of it itself. I might watch a little bit of the Oh Yeah Cartoons pilot from 1998, but that's about it. And Fairy Princess Valentine's mentioned that that she's been using one of her past avatars. In this case, it's the fairy from Samurai Jack. Since she ran out of ideas of who to use, she thinks she's being sick from late October to mid, that may contribute to burnout. Again, I hope you recover from that, Sierra. Especially since it's gonna be your birthday. Have to make sure you are all swell for your big day there. Okay, so what I was thinking is, as I finish this up, I'm gonna try something. YouTube has this new feature where you could add a poll or Q&A in the chat during live streams. I know you could do it with premieres, but it's only now I'm realizing that they made that feature available for a live stream. So just gonna do a little poll, asking you a question regarding what my next stream should be. Just give me a moment. Okay, yeah, just add the poll, and if you could make your votes, at least up until the stream is done. Let's see. And let's see. Fairy Princess Valentine's mentioned that she's been recovering from her sickness since late October to early December. Okay, great. Thank you for clarifying, Sierra, and I'm glad that you managed to recover from your sickness there. And again, happy early birthday. Shaken here. Let me select the back right leg of Rudolph. Okay, so 7 votes so far for you guys want me to do a doodle request stream for the holidays. Which of course is unsurprising. I think I could turn off the sketch now. Yep. So since you guys are able to hear what's playing in the background behind me, I wonder if you guys were able to take any guesses as to what's playing right now. Well, on your last side, probably turn the volume, but yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, there's a new there's new emojis for a live stream. Fairy Princess Valentine is pointing out. Yeah, I have seen a cool blue one at the beginning of the stream. Let's see if I can find it. It's probably gone out, but let me see. It's probably gone now. Let me see. Oh wait, never mind. I see Ethan has it like over here with this blue guy and this pink guy. Yeah, pretty cool, basically. Starfreeze point out, I really want a moped for Christmas. Sorry, Yaxmas. A moped for Yaxmas. Yep, Steppy really wanted that scooter. And that was actually the last episode of Ren and Stimpy to premiere on Nickelodeon, and it's important that I emphasize that the last one to premiere on Nickelodeon because the last one in general actually premiered on MTV, which include the segments Sammy and Me and The Last Temptation, because Nick thought, I don't know, maybe it's too dark by their standards. Even though they allowed a lot of other dark content on the show, of course that's not to say they avoid censorship, but yeah, the last episode of Ren and Stimpy was apparently too dark to air, or was premiere on the main Nickelodeon channel. Okay, so Vince got right. Yes, it is a Yogi Bear Christmas special, and more specifically, it's Yogi Bear's All-Star Christmas Caper, which is shorter but not as well known as Yogi's First Christmas, which, I'm sorry, not gonna lie, Yogi's First Christmas, from what I remember, from what little I remember of that special, was kind of boring. Like, either someone who does admire the general charm of Hanna-Barbera cartoons, the classic ones. I don't know, Yogi's First Christmas was a bit too long and dreary for me. It just felt like there was a lot of... it just felt a bit padded out. But this one here is much shorter and sweeter. And on this DVD that is played, it doesn't just have that special. It also has Yogi's birthday party as well, which was an episode of the Yogi Bear TV series, I believe. Either the first episode or the last episode, but all I know was that it was... Oh, darn. Oh, what's just happened here? Oh, hang on. Yeah. Sorry about that, just that critter froze for a moment. But yeah, I am almost done with this run. If I heard of HB's Pac-Man, yes, I have heard of Pac-Man, the cartoon by Hanna-Barbera, but I've always seen the theme song of it really, and the most memorable thing about it is the gravelly voice that sings Pac-Man's voice, like, Pac-Man. While Pac-Man is chasing the ghosts and collecting his little dots. I was on Cartoon Research, which is Jerry Beck's blog, after he left Cartoon Brew, which most cartoon fans rather not talk about. But yeah, on Cartoon Research, Jerry Beck did a list of books that came out this year about animation, and one of them was about the history of the Pac-Man cartoon. It's called Pac-Man, the first anime series based upon a video game. Yep, it's that explanatory, that title. Let's see. Yogi's First Christmas. Here, Vincent remembers it's the one where the kid was a brat joined forces with a hermit. Oh, you see, I don't even remember that detail about the plot. Starface accent if I'm having a great holiday so far. Pretty much, yeah. We've already within the 12 days of Christmas, or... Wait, just to be sure, with the 12 days of Christmas, is it referred to the 12 days before Christmas, or the 12 days, like, when Christmas starts? I'm trying to figure out. I always interpret it as the 12 days leading up to Christmas. But either way, yeah, so there is, 10 days left before Christmas Day. So of course what I've been doing so far is, you know, getting some new decorations, including this new hat here. And also some specials, rewatching some favorites from The Grinch and A Charlie Brown Christmas and Christmas Eve on Sesame Street. And, oh, and speaking of The Grinch, I must mention, so I rewatched The Grinch on CBC, more specifically CBC Gem, which is their streaming service, their free, mostly free streaming service. Yeah, and also, so I rewatched The Grinch there, but it was on Sunday night, right? But they're supposed to show Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer too, because that was what was playing on, like, the eastern side of Ontario, like the Eastern Standard Time section of Ontario. Supposed to be at 7 o'clock after The Grinch played at 6:30, right? But you know what? Funny thing. They flat out said there was a thing that was scrolling down on the screen on the CBC Gem live stream saying Rudolph is not licensed for live streaming. Therefore, they sold this some British baking competition reality show, cooking show thing, some British baking show instead of Rudolph. Yeah, I just love that. They just flat out said, hey, you're watching CBC Live on CBC Gem? You want to watch classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Well, screw off. It's not. We don't have the license to stream the little red-nosed twerp here. So yeah, I end up watching Rudolph on YouTube instead. Let's see. Hang on. Just had to decide what's that Alistair guy. I had no idea what the heck he was talking about there. Is it reference to something? I don't know. Okay, and Fairy Princess Valentine's mentioned that she's gonna be watching the Powerpuff Girls Christmas special, The Fight Before Christmas. Yes, I have it on DVD on the Powerpuff Girls complete set, and I'm definitely gonna be rewatching that one. It's a special that sort of throws on me with each rewatching. I remember feeling kind of bored by it early on, but then, I don't know, like with each time I eventually rewatched it, it became a little less boring, although, I don't know, there's not much to debate on, I don't know, there's not much to debate, like, to say otherwise that, you know, yeah, it does pretty much pad out at some points. And another thing I want to mention about the plot of the Powerpuff Girls Christmas episode is, okay, so it's about Princess Moorbucks. She doesn't want to be on the naughty list, right? But she goes to the North Pole so that she puts all of the kids on the naughty list and just her on the nice list. But I don't know, the thing is, it's kind of ridiculous how the nice list is really long, and I believe it also includes Easter eggs referencing the crew members of the show, because of course they do that. But the naughty list is literally just a sticky note with Princess Moorbuck's name. It's hilarious. What do you think that Mitch Mitchelson, who's another bully at the school, at the kindergarten, you think he would be on the naughty list too? I think even Princess Moorbucks points out that Mitch shouldn't be on the nice list, he should be on the naughty list. But yeah, apparently every other kid in the world is on the nice list, but only Princess Moorbucks is on the naughty list. Just love that exaggeration there. Just further fueling the princess's motivations for her dastardly scheme. And Vincent's mentioned about Klaus. Yes, thank you, because yeah, that's something I want to mention. I finally got to watch Klaus on Netflix. I watched it twice actually. It was really good. Not just with the animation, but also how it was this very entertaining and unique twists on the Santa origins. Apparently, of the cliches and conventions, or at least most of them, that you know about Santa, you know about how he gives toys to kids who are nice and write letters asking what they want, and you know, but for bad kids they get lumps of coal, like, you know, all those things you know about Santa. Apparently they're started up by this one scrawny looking mailman who is he's basically pretty similar to Cusco from The Emperor's New Groove in terms of his personality, and how he's spoiled and doesn't want to take too much of responsibility, but he has no choice but to man up and do a task with delivering all of these letters to a small island or a small community, and from there he does manage to change up that community for the better, with the help of Klaus, of course. Yeah, definitely watch it if you haven't already. Okay, Joseph is gonna be gone. Okay, so long. And happy holidays too. See if there's anything else I'm missing. Let's see. And don't worry, Princess Valentine. Hope I didn't give out any like major spoilers with Klaus. Just the basics of how, just basically how this mailman character created for the movie named Jesper. He's pretty much the one who contributed to the things that we know that Santa does. Okay, Rudolph's working fine. Okay, I'm gonna be adding a simple background here. It's gonna be some it's gonna be some snow that he's standing on. Let's see. And once again, if there are any fancy touches that I'd like to add to this run, they'll be done after the stream, before I post it. But yeah, soon I'm gonna be wrapping up. This has been a really good, a nice chat with you guys, talking about Rudolph and holiday specials and Gerald. Add a shadow here, but probably should be darker. Okay, thank you, Starfy and Vincent, for enjoying the drawing. Okay, let me see what I've done so far. Okay, Fairy Princess Valentine, see you next time, and again, have a happy birthday. Alrighty. So I got the essentials of Rudolph done with this trot here. Let's great. Okay. So before I wrap the stream up, feel free to to tweet some extra comments. Tell me what you plan on doing for the holiday seasons, and also I'm gonna see if there are any interesting comments that I want to read before I close off. Okay, let's see. Probably should just end the poll from now, since you guys definitely want to see that Christmas live Doodle request live stream. Yep, I'm gonna try my best to make it happen. Okay. Let's see. Yep, so Vince has mentioned that Klaus is one of his all-time favorite movies, especially the part with the naughty list. Yep. Let's see. See if there's anything else that I missed. Yes, DreamWorks owns Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and yeah, that is true. That's because DreamWorks they bought the media company called Classic Media, which had the rights to the stuff from Rankin Bass and Jay Ward. More specifically, the Rankin Bass stuff that was produced like before 1974, I believe. The stuff post 1974 is owned by Warner Brothers now. See if there's anything else that I missed. Yes, Happy Tree Friends is definitely not for kids. Yeah, I haven't seen an episode of it. Well, actually, no, I'm saying, what the hell am I doing? I'm just contradicting myself. I mentioned before that I saw the YouTube Copyright School episode, at least a bit of it, but what I meant to say is, yeah, overall I haven't seen much of Happy Tree Friends. Let's see. And Norbert, I don't even know if he's still here, but he's asked if the villain from Frosty the Snowman, Frosty Returns, is voiced by Brian Doyle Murray. To be honest, I don't even remember. Again, Frosty Returns isn't a terribly memorable special. And it was only just the other day that I was on Twitter, I was reminded that Andrea Martin was in that special. Okay, and Starface mentioned that they're gonna be watching Happy Tree Friends' class act on winter break. Cool, I hope you have fun there with watching it. Okay, I need a little break from that Christmas spirit. No, I'm joking. I just want to close off by wishing you guys a happy holiday season. And in case I don't come back before Christmas, have a Merry Christmas. And to any of my Jewish viewers out there, happy Hanukkah as well. I believe that's starting this Sunday. And make sure that if you enjoyed the stream, that you hit the like button. And if you're just tuning in or you're watching this and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you do subscribe. My subscriber count is getting closer and closer to 5,000. So, yep, pretty little excited for that. Yep, and once again, the Rudolph Tron is gonna be posted very soon. And I'm glad you guys really enjoyed this stream, this art stream, this chat stream there. So yeah, once again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, all that good stuff. And see you in the next stream, or whenever I come up again. Yep, okay. Alright, so happy